One of the other things is that, you know, we, especially Kirsten and I, see this quite a bit right now. We are working with a firm up here who helps out companies with succession planning and or liquidity or management buyout and stuff like that. You know, there's certain trigger events or there's certain things. One of the bigger things that I see right now is succession planning. So, you know, I'll give you an example. We've come across where a company in Calgary is a drain company. The owner is, you know, late 60s, early 70s, and the son does not want to take it over because he's going into an oil and gas company. You know, there's succession planning. How quickly should someone start looking at that sort of stuff to put into play?
Well, you know, we started this book at the place that I think everybody should start, which is some good introspection on why am I doing this and what does success look like when I'm done.
Yep.
And in every aspect of what we talked about, it was, even if you're not thinking about it now because you're just at the idea stage, you need to think about it now because what you do now will affect your options down the road. And I don't think there's any place where this is more true than this end of business life question, which is succession planning. If you get to the stage where your business is mature and you know you need to do succession planning and you start, it's too late. Mm-hmm. I mean, you may be able to recover, but it's too late. A good business is built as a going concern where it meets the goals that the founder had when the founder started, and it stays on goal. One of the things, I think you're here, and I get a little passionate about this one because I see so many people miss this one. You know, let me put it to you this way. There's a road that leaves Hanover going due west, and it ends up across the river in Vermont about a mile and a half away, in another town. And every time I ask somebody in that other town, Norwich, which way is that street going, they'll always say it's still going due west, but in fact it's going due north. And the fact is, because of the way that road goes, it makes this very gradual turn. And you can't ever really see you're going around a turn. There's an overpass and stuff. And so you basically have turned 90 degrees and don't even know it. And that happens to businesses every day. Because the founder is not sitting there saying, what is my azimuth heading? Am I still on track to be where I want to be? And anybody who gets to retirement age and suddenly says, who's going to run this business, just was not thinking about that for years. They should have been thinking about that every day.
Yeah. We recently heard one about a story. It was incredible. It was from our buddy, I believe Randy Lennon told us this, and about a company that was doing about $170 million a year in revenue, and the guy couldn't get any of his kids to take it over, so he shut it down. He shut the company down. Which, I mean,
it's just insane, isn't it? I mean, if he'd been thinking about that with that kind of run rate and profitability, people would have loved to have bought that business from him.
It would have
and
been
he could
so
have
sellable.
prepared for that.
Yeah.
You know, prepared his people, brought somebody in. He could have done an ESOP. There are all kinds of things he could have done.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what hurts me most when I hear about stuff like that is, you know, they have employees and he's shutting it down, right? Where do they go? And
exactly,
and it's really, that is tough to take, especially if you've got something, you've obviously put process in place and you're very, I'm assuming you're successful if you're doing that sort of revenue. You know, even if you want to just do a buyout by your employees or something like that. That's, I mean, that to me that's an option. Reward those people, right? So.